What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Bryan, and I make videos on what it's like to live in the Tampa Bay area. Here's this week's information. This is gonna be a pretty quick video because if you watched last week's, everything happened pretty much like I said it would. Everything would be down due to the hurricane. First off, before we get into this, I want to, send out my condolences to the people down in, Southwest Florida. We were luckily spared up here in Tampa Bay for the most part. There was power outages, some trees down, a little bit of flooding, but it was nothing like down in Cape Coral, Fort Myers, Sanibel, all the way up to Sarasota. My dad actually lives down in Cape Coral, and his cage, pool cage, got completely destroyed. His boat lift was destroyed. His boat sunk, or halfway anyway, and half of his roof is gone in Cape Coral. So, it's pretty bad down there. But, if you're here, and you need anything, reach out. If you're not from here, just be lucky, I guess, that you weren't down here for that. So basically with this week, everything was down, and that was to expect. Like I said last week, I figured that would be the case with, because as of last week, we were supposed to get hit directly, and it just kind of made that turn to the east, the last minute per se, last couple hours anyway. So a lot of people this past week took their homes off the market. If they were going to put their home on the market, they just waited to see what happens, stuff like that. So I assumed all the numbers would be down this week compared to last, and that was the case, except for in Pinellas County for townhomes and condos. The actual everything, like numbers wise, was down, but the inventory from a net base, that actually rose, where every other county and property type fell. And it didn't rise by much. I mean, there were 68 new condos or townhomes listed in Pinellas, and 61 went under contract. So a net number increase of 7. But I was surprised by that, because especially with it being, most of these are probably on the beach or pretty close to the beach, being condos and townhomes. But anyway, I don't want to bore you with all the numbers and break it down like I normally do, just because everything's down. But just want to, discuss, like I just checked, and according to Google, as of Friday, interest rates were just under 7%, and that's for like a 740 score or higher. So obviously, if you have a lower, score than that, your interest rates are probably going to be higher. And that's for a 30-year fixed. And if you're considering, buying a home, and the only thing that's stopping you is an interest rate, or a higher interest rate, I should say, we have, options, especially now with it still, it's still a seller's market, but with it being a little bit more, flexible for buyers, we're able to get the sellers a lot of times, not always, the sellers to give us a big enough credit to do an interest rate buy down to help out with that. A lot of the new builders, if you're looking at new builds, they're offering incentives too. I just looked at one. I've been tracking one for myself actually, and every week I get they send out their what they call a hot sheet with their inventory, and one particular model fell $40,000 from last week to this week. Well, technically it comes out on Thursdays, and this is being shot on Monday. So anyway, week over week it fell $40,000, plus they were offering an extra $10,000 incentive on top of the normal $15,000 that they're offering if you use their lender. And that was good through the end of the month, through the end of September. So we'll see how things continue going there, but there's options of getting, where you can get your rate bought down to help out a little bit with that. Also, I noticed just looking, at the analytics where I hopped on, and 91.9% of you that watch this are not subscribed. So if you would do that, that would be a huge favor. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers first, because this is a newer channel, And once I get to 100 subscribers, it just opens up some other options that Google allows me to do. So, or YouTube, same thing. So if you haven't subscribed, if you would please consider doing that, and just know that I'd love you for it. But I don't want to keep you here just rambling. So next week I'll be back on Monday as well. I do these every Monday for the market updates week to week, so we can kind of track that. I'm predicting all the numbers will go up now that Tampa Bay area was spared. There are some people that still have power out, but I expect all the numbers to go up. And with inventory dropping, I know the last couple weeks net wise it's been down. Even though interest rates are high, I mean, if the property is nice and it's priced right, you're still getting multiple offers. Like I just had one actually accepted today, waiting on the signatures to come back. We wrote the offer yesterday. It hit the market on Friday, had multiple offers, and we got it, over asking. It wasn't a lot over asking, but it was over asking. And it's in a very competitive price point. It's below $500,000, in between that $250,000 and $500,000 price point. That is in that median price point and the most competitive price point. So depending on where you're looking and if the property's right, it's still competitive out there. But anyway, until next week, take care.